Well, this is not the news that I wanted to bring to you today, but it's the news I have. We wanted honesty from our politicians, and today we got it. Nicole Shanahan did this podcast that was released today, and she outlines how she's put in millions of dollars into the campaign, and she did not get into the campaign to be a spoiler, but she outlines everything the DNC is doing to take away our choice, which includes infiltrating their campaign, which I've been privy to a lot of the things, by the way, because I'm so involved. Like, for example, one of the things that happened is a day before that they were going to turn in signatures for one of the states, a DNC operative stole the signatures and was intending to not turn them in on time. Luckily, we found out about it and the campaign was able to retrieve those signatures. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. And of course, they're being sued in pretty much every state to try to get them off the ballot, costing them time and money. And that's not even including all the censorship. She's having a very heart-to-heart conversation, being very open, and she said this. She says there's two options that we're looking at. And one is staying in, forming that new party, but we run the risk of a Kamala Harris and Walz presidency because we draw more votes from Trump. Or we walk away right now and join forces with Donald Trump and explain to our base why we're making that decision. Now, obviously, they haven't made any decision yet. And she explains in the podcast that she really doesn't know if they can trust Donald Trump. They've had many conversations with him, and it seems like he's coming around and admitting where he went wrong in his first term. But how do they know he's actually being trustworthy? Like, does he get in office and then just keep being Trump? Now, obviously, as an RFK Jr. supporter, I am very sad to hear this. A lot of us put in a lot of time and effort to really get the word out about this whole mission. To me, it's about breaking the two-party system that has a stranglehold over us because it's not working for the people anymore. But maybe they think they can be effective in a Trump administration. But in terms of if they're a spoiler, if they actually have a chance to win the race, literally anything can happen. We almost saw Donald Trump get assassinated. So what happens if something like that happens again? We literally don't know. So I would prefer that they stay in the race to the very last minute. And if they truly think they're going to be a spoiler at the last minute, then pull out. But I would be very disappointed if they actually pull out this early. I highly recommend you actually go watch this full podcast episode. It really puts the whole thing into perspective. I just think this is a moment that she was being too brutally honest. And when you're running a campaign, some things are a think it and not a say it. But as always, let me know your thoughts and make sure you're following me for more.